All right, guys, we're going to step into our experienced eater segment with Britten and Michele McDowell. Phil, you guys, of course, do what?
Sorry.
Okay, I thought you were talking to me. They've been out to eat at the Spot, Caribbean restaurant in Radcliff, and they've got a full report. Let's see what you guys thought. So, Britten and Michele, our experienced eaters, thank you both. Phil, are you going to jump into our video?
I'll let you guys frame it first if you want to. Britten.
Sure thing. So this place is kind of torments us a little bit because it's just right across the street and down a little bit from the shop. But if you take a shop in their place, in our house, it makes this triangle. So when they're smoking their chicken and their meats and stuff, we smell it all the time. And it's not like barbecue. It's just a little bit different. And so, we got over there, and it's a unique experience. And I'll let the pictures and the food kind of speak for itself. But I mean,
very specific,
very, very specific. And,
all right.
And so this is something I'll say. If someone doesn't have a lot of experience with this type of food, they're not going to know what to expect. And so, and sometimes when our expectations are out of alignment, we can be disappointed. But, like I said, it kind of goes back to how well they execute what it's supposed to be.
They may not know what things are. They may not know those ethnic flavors. They may not know what to expect. Sometimes you go and you look at the menu and you have no idea what anything is. So,
how many, like when I say the word curry, there's three cuisines that curry really kind of comes from. I think the one that we're almost familiar with is Indian cuisine, but then there's also a Thai and an Asian curry, that Southeast Asia over there. And then there's also a Caribbean curry, and they are all distinctly different. And so we had the green curry yesterday, so you'll see what's going on there.
All right, let's watch. I'm going to move the cameras around a little bit while we start. That way we can see Michele better, because I got to fix it, but we'll go ahead and get started.
Don't worry.
Hey guys, experienced eater here. We are in Radcliff. It is a cold, dreary, rainy day here, first part of March. And we're going to go find out about something that we smell every day. So there's this Caribbean Jamaican place in Radcliff called Eat at the Spot. It just happens to be about 200 yards from our house. And we smell the smoker all the time. So let's go in and see what they have when we go eat at the Spot, Jamaican cuisine here in Radcliff, Kentucky.
This here is the curry chicken. And the smell, oh my goodness, can't wait to get into that. All right, here's the jerk chicken, smoked and sauced with some cabbage. And then we got a little bit of sweet chili Jamaican wings also. And there's that green curry. If you could smell, oh my, I'm excited. Oh, Shell, why are you starting on my plate for?
Because I am a big fan of jerk chicken, and I did do this real quick.
Crazy.
Okay.
Wow. Jerk chicken has like 25 spices. Man, that is flavorful. Very good. Love the sauce.
All right, Thai wing, or still a sweet chili wing.
We used to make the say that. Fine.
That's crunchy, it's juicy, that's got great flavor. That's a winner. All right, I'm getting into the green curry. Very traditional. There it is right there. That's pretty mild. Not as much flavor as I thought it'd be. That's really good. Very herby. Even around the bone. I like it. All right.
How you feel real quick?
A moment of truth.
Hit the pause there. One of the things that is, and this is one of those expectation things that if you know about historically about the Caribbean and Jamaica and the slave trade, that they didn't have the premier cuts of food, when it came to designing their cuisine and everything. So one of the things that's very, very traditional and they do very accurate is the chicken's just chopped. So they take a big cleaver and so you have to eat around the bones.
It's like chunks,
yeah.
chunks and all.
So your chicken thighs are cut in half, and so that's a little bit of an adjustment for some folks that if you're eating this type of cuisine, be prepared for that. It takes a little bit of work to get to the meat.
All right. That's interesting. Let's finish this up.
We're going to get this in right here. This big chicken leg, this jerk seasoning, sauce. Man, you smell the flavor. It's been smoked.
Getting hungry.
That was a good bite.
Looked like a good one.
That's
Pause.
Yeah, he stopped me. I think he was expecting some interaction. I have nothing. The facial expression, that says everything you need to know right there.
And let's just say afterburn.
Yes. That was.
I don't know what happened there. My monitor went and had a mind of its own. 'Cause that was not supposed to happen.
So
But-
we tried the jerk chicken, the chicken curry, and then we had some sides to go with it. But the menu at the end of the video, I got a picture of the menu and I kind of narrate a little bit. I mean, the menu is very vast. One of the things, the most popular thing on the menu they were out of that we didn't dive into was oxtail, which that's a beef dish. It's kind of stewed on the bone.
Yeah, they have some very specific things like the oxtail that I know you can't get anywhere. They have goat, and they have all kinds of other very specific things, plantains, all that kind of stuff. So depends on how adventurous you are, but I would definitely recommend the jerk chicken would be my hands down recommendation.
So my only experience previous to this, not only experience, but my main experience previous to this to Caribbean cuisine was in 2000. I took a mission trip to Trinidad and Tobago. And so we ate at some different families in some different places. And it's really interesting because they have Trinidad is like much of the Caribbean is a kind of a melting pot, because in Trinidad they have the Catholics, there's some Protestant groups, but then there's Muslim, there's Hindu, and there's Buddhist, and they all are equal. I mean, hugely represented. That's why they don't have Mardi Gras, they have Carnival down there, and because it's a blending of all the cultures. But you see that bleed over in the food there as well. And so, you have a curry, which is a seasoned stew, but it doesn't have the heat that the Indians do or the sweetness that the Thai do. Mm-hmm. But they're all influenced together as they literally kind of come together. But there's a couple things that I wanted to try that I didn't get to because of some dietary restrictions right now. They have these things that they look like they literally look like fried pies, but they call them meat pie. They're meat pies. They had a spicy beef and a chicken that I wanted to get to. I didn't get a chance to do that. But this will be somewhere that being right across the street from the shop. I'll probably go, at least once a month because I really like that chicken, and then try some of the other things that come along with it. So I mean, it's an experience you got to have if you want that authentic Jamaican and
definitely something different.
And I asked about the bobsled team, and I got kind of shushed. So I got help from her and the guy behind the counter. And they didn't have a very good performance this year at the Winter Olympics, but
that's funny.
Now, I'll tell you something that I thought was really interesting is when we were there were two Jamaican women in traditional clothing in the kitchen cooking. So I thought, wow, that's like real deal. Yeah. That's like going someplace and there's a little old lady grandma back there cooking. I mean, it was like, this is like for real. Like this lady's cooking this in her kitchen at home as well. So I thought that was really neat that they were like truly, truly Jamaican women back there cooking. So I thought that was beautiful.
That's awesome.
They're close by to me, so that's going to be the next spot on our list.
So Scott, I don't know where you live, but apparently we must be almost neighbors.
Well, yeah, I'm about a mile away from Dunkin' Donuts around here. Over by the big building where they're trying to make, what is it, Baptist Health?
Yeah.
Behind there, that area.
Okay. That's close.
It sounds like there's a lot more restaurants in Radcliff this day and age than there used to be, quite honest.
Well, and one of the things that I'm a big proponent of the North End. I think sometimes we get a little doo-doo here and there, and some bad press when we do. But the diversity that's here because of Fort Knox. I mean, we travel extensively. I mean, I've never been anywhere where I can get Korean like we do here. We have some of the best that we have, different styles of restaurants, especially ethnic food here that you can't just get anywhere else. And I'm proud of that, and very fortunate to be to get to experience that. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to go up there and try it.
All right, guys, I am going to have to go because when business calls, you have to make money and make hay when the sun shines. So I just had somebody walk in for a prom dress. So we are rocking and rolling with that. So if there's anybody in the area that knows of somebody that's going to need a prom dress, not only we do curvy, but I can do regular sizes as well. So come see us. Let me take care of you the way you should be taken care of. Come be the priority, not the afterthought, okay? So
at the Red Brick Cottage, right?
Yeah. Make somebody happy, and you guys finish the rest of your show, and I'll see you next time, okay?
Thank you, Michelle.
Try to get her to treat me like that all the time.
I tell you, dude.
Your own house.
Well, thank you guys so much. I had no idea of that place. I had no idea of that spot. So I'm going to have to give it a go. Audience, have you been to eat at the spot? Drop it in the comments. And if you, of course, have another restaurant that you would like Britten and Michelle to visit, please make sure to let us know about that as well. All